So before we get started real quick, last video I did talk about going to Pueblo for a Colorado Street Outlaw event with Derek and his truck, the D21 hardbody, the Nissan, the LS Swap one with the big turbo on it. So if you guys are wondering where that video is, it is over on his channel. He's starting to make videos again, and so it'd be great if you guys go over there, show him some love, subscribe, comment, and whatnot. His channel name is just Slower Than You. I will put a link to his channel down in the description right now. So be sure to go click on his channel right now, subscribe to it, and then go watch that video after this one, or go watch it right now and then come back. Either which way, show some love. Just check out that video. It was actually a really cool video. He finally did something exciting, not me driving down there, losing first round. So yeah, be sure to check that out. And then now, let's roll the clips. What's going on, guys? So today, gonna be back working on the 66 Ford Falcon. I believe it's a 66. Today's video is going to be about putting the converter on the tranny onto the motor, and then making some motor mounts for it. Or this video I'll show making the motor mounts on it. I'm gonna show kind of like how I set them up. I'm not saying my way is right. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. So if you guys want to take along for the ride, let's get to it. First things first, need to, since the Turbo 400's right there, motor's still on the engine stand. Before I take the engine off the engine stand and bolt the transmission up to the motor, this is a PTC converter, custom made, or not custom made, but had the tranny guy order this one. So when you first get converters, normally they don't have, I'm not gonna be able to take this off, but shit. Normally they don't have anything in them. They're empty. So you never want to install a converter without any fluid in it. So the guy who builds these Turbo 400s, he's up in Wyoming, so he's local to us. But he says to use this hydraulic fluid. Works really well. This is what I have in my transmission. So basically just gonna open this, dump like, I mean, I'm not gonna fill it all the way up. I'm just gonna put maybe like half a quart into it, maybe a quart. Well, it just depends, but just don't want it dry. So then once I do that, pour fluid in there, I'm gonna slide it onto the actual input shaft of the transmission. And it already has the bolts and everything. Loctite the bolts to the flex plate. Actually, I probably won't tighten those bolts until it's in the car and all mounted up. So never mind on that. But once I get the converter onto that, I'm gonna take the motor off the engine stand and try to mate them together. And then we'll go from there. The converter's got plenty of fluid in it. Just need to slide it on the input shaft, and I'm probably gonna spill some because I did put a little bit too much in it, but fuck it. Should be good. What's cool about this is this PTC is actually made to use with the stock flex plate that's on that truck motor. The converter that's in my car doesn't, and it had to have this weird little adapter that goes on the flex plate, and this one doesn't. So this other thing is like the spacing with these is kind of weird, like how far it needs to come out, and like it can't be like bottomed out and all this weird shit. So that's the other reason why I kind of want to get a different converter for my car also, so that way I can actually run something that's made for the flex plate I have, not something that's like somewhat rigged up to work. But yeah, got that slid on there. Just need to get that motor off the engine stand and slide the tranny up to it, put some tranny bolts in it. Clearly forgot to film this part, but got a little bit ahead of myself. But clearly I got the transmission mated to the motor. I got it up in the air, waiting to fall any minute. Got this little cool kind of like motor leveler thingamabobber. But hopefully I can get it in there with the tranny on it. What I'm probably gonna end up doing is bringing it in and then tilting it down and trying to get it over. I really don't want to install the tranny. It'll be really hard to put the motor in and then put the tranny on underneath. The RX-7, I was able to get it down and up Might have to jack the front of this car up to do that, but we'll see. So I'm not exactly sure where I left off on the motor mounts for the Falcon. I'm sure that I showed you guys the motor mounts I made. If I didn't, which I'm just kind of guessing because I don't have any way to play back what's on my memory card, but I do have the mounts made. Kind of real simple. Had to end up making them myself. Basically just made sure the center of the crank pulley bolt was in between the frame rails, so that was really easy. What I've had the hardest time with when making motor mounts is getting this tranny mount done, especially because I don't have a lift. But so what I do is, obviously same thing as the front, I try to center the yoke flange, whatever this thing is, the center of this in between the two frame rails. And so this thing obviously used to have a 351 Windsor in it with some Ford tranny, and it wasn't as long, so the nutserts for the crossmember, the tranny crossmember, is way back here. So I'm gonna have to make something that kind of goes from here over to here on both sides. I do have this side almost made up, and these are just flat plate. It's just some little tabs that I made that hug this side and this side. So yeah, real simple. Just need to get this side kind of fitted up, tack it in place, and then go ahead and make this side over here, and then take it off and weld it all out. So it's real simple too. Just a plate with a piece of, I think this is 1" schedule 40. So it's really thick wall pipe, so it shouldn't have any issues bouncing or vibrating or anything like that. It is solid mounted. That's how it was before, so that's how I was gonna do it. Obviously going to Loctite these tranny bolts, but do have the Pro Charger for it also. Oh man, this thing's not going to focus. So yeah, I have the Pro Charger for it. It's just a little guy, but yeah, should be enough to do some rowdy burnout. So go ahead and get this piece right here. Kind of got it already made up, but just gonna get this tacked up and then work on the other side and weld it all up, and then try to finish this video for you guys. Let's check it out. Did get the tranny mount all welded up and all painted. Shout out to Wyatt for letting me use his spray paint. I thought I had some black spray paint, but I guess I didn't, so let me use some of this. But yeah, so now just got to install it. And so I didn't show this, but God, someone's blowing up my phone. But I did weld these plates to the bottom side of the tranny mount, just because of the weird nature of it. It doesn't go straight across. I'm kind of worried about it when it twists like this. It's putting all this pressure on these little plates right here that are then welded to this plate. So just kind of making sure that this kind of helps anchor this piece to this piece, so it's not just all on this little piece right here. So yeah, I don't know if it's really necessary. The tranny mount doesn't really get too many forces on it, so yeah, gonna install this real quick and then lower it down and kind of work on some of the fuel system and whatnot. Trans cross member is in place. Actually looks pretty good. Not too bad. The only thing that I don't like, which I'm gonna change, but for now I'm gonna leave it, is these bolts right here. See if this will focus, but clearly I can't tighten them very tight because I can't actually get to them because I'm a dip and welded this too close to these holes. So what I'm gonna do is I will pull these out. Today's Labor Day, so I can't go to Ace, but I will get some just Allen head bolts so I can actually get them nice and tight. So yeah, other than that, real nice, centers it all up, fits really great, and yeah, pretty happy about it. The drive shaft guy did come over too, and he's local, so shout out to Colin, getting the original drive shaft that was on this car modified to fit this one with a Turbo 400 yoke. Shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, he came over, took dimensions of it and measured the length of it, because I mean, I probably could have done it, but I've messed it up on the RX-7 before, so and he's local, so I just had him come out and take some measurements. So yeah, got that all installed. I'm gonna lower it down and kind of mess with some other stuff. But that is gonna be it for this video. So I'm gonna switch over to the other camera and do an outro. So that is gonna be the end of this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me know what you guys thought about the video down below in the comments. As I said before in the beginning, just right before the intro, last video I did mention that we were going down, or I was going down to Pueblo to hang out with Derek and Liam Neeson, the old sandbagging assassin, and we actually did make a video on it. We put it on his channel, so be sure to go check out his channel. I'll put a link, or it'll pop up somewhere up in the corner somewhere. His channel is just slower than you. Be sure to comment and subscribe over there and check out his channel. He wants to start making more videos again, as he did back in the day, like 3-5 years ago. He used to do a lot of Honda stuff. So yeah, be sure to check his channel out and go over there, show some love and support to Derek. And still waiting on my wheels for the RX-7. I did find some, so if anybody's curious about that, I just been having this like itch to do something with a car. So I was looking at Hondas, and then I thought, if I'm gonna spend 2,500 bucks on just a B-swapped Honda, I might as well just use that 2,500 bucks towards the RX-7. So either way, I wanna buy another Honda at some point, but maybe not right now. I just got this itch to do some race car stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Until next time, guys, see ya.